Strap yourself in, brothers, because Rant is back. What am I ranting about? Well, it's all about the Ultramarines, but more specifically, a certain character, Marneus Calgar. Yes, he's back again with Armageddon. Games Workshop is shoving him down our throat. I'm bored. I'm tired. It's at this point where I realise Games Workshop are just lazy. They're lazy story writers that keep using the same character over again because I have no idea why. Why are they doing this? Let's jump in. Let's look at this. Let's go through it all because there's so much to rant about, to talk about. Because why is Marneus Calgar at Armageddon? Why is he taking the center stage at Armageddon? It makes no bloody sense. Now, for those of you wondering what the hell is going on, why am I ranting about the Ultramarines, Calgar again? Valrak, they're always a center of attention. We know this. Well, no, not really this time around. This time, it absolutely makes no sense for the Ultramarines to be there. Let me just get the lore out the way so we can explore this and it make more sense to you. So when Yarrick sent out the relay into space to get help, the text at the bottom states, chief among those who heard the call for aid was Marneus Calgar of the Ultramarines, returning with his fleet from fighting the Tyranids in the Bastor subsector. By the way, the Bastor subsector is all the way in Segmentum Pacificus. So basically, he's left one of the biggest war fronts against the Tyranids that is literally taking over that subsector to come to Armageddon, right? That is one big piece of lore which we want to go back to and talk about just in a second. He quickly brought elements of the Indomitus Crusade fleet, Sextus, into the circle before reasoning that all the might of the Space Marines would only break Gazskull Siege if they banded together, pooled their resources, and struck in a massive coordinated attack. And it goes on to say that Marneus Calgar is the mastermind of this attack. Calgar's leading it. It's all Calgar's world. We're just living in it, right? It's all down to the Ultramarines again. And the reason why I don't like this, the reason why I'm thinking, what in the Emperor's name are they doing? Because this is just pure lazy story writing. When it comes to Space Marines, right? As a Space Marine fan, as you can see, there's so many chapters. There's more chapters that I possibly know out there. These chapters are led by heroic heroes. We've got so many characters, so much established lore, but we always keep going back to the Ultramarines. But Valrak, they're the poster boys, right? They have to be there. Not this time. The literal box set itself is plated in Blood Angel colours. There's no Ultramarines in sight on the box set. I'm not having that for an excuse, but they still shoehorned in the Ultramarines in the cinematic trailer and now in the lore. They had this opportunity. This was the perfect opportunity to have something to launch an edition without the Ultramarines involved, sticking their roaring, taking the center stage, taking the attention from other chapters and characters. But no, Games Workshop has still done it. Now, believe it or not, I'm actually a fan of the Ultramarines. I think they're a pretty cool chapter. I think they have awesome characters. Titus, Marneus Calgar, I actually do like his story. Ventress, right? I love all these characters that they've made. But the overuse of the Ultramarines, this is what the community is tired of. This is what we're bored of. This is why we want to see some changes. Yes, again, I can understand in terms of marketing why they do use them, but we all know this edition, they haven't been marketed as the chapter. Well, technically, they have been now in the background, but in terms of promotional art, painted models, mainly on like box sets, they haven't been done that. So I was thinking when this was coming around, oh, we actually are going to get some more attention on other chapters, because when it comes to Armageddon, right, we are absolutely pouring in chapters. You've got Salamanders, Marines, Malevolent there, Subjugators there. You've got the Blood Angels, of course. They've just confirmed the Space Wolves are there. When you look at some of these chapters, they have legendary characters from the lore that they've just done. When Angron invaded Armageddon just recently, Helbrecht was there. Logan Grimnar was there. God forbid we use another epic chapter master from another chapter, right? No, let's circle back to Marneus Calgar. Again, there's options out there. I'm not saying use Sons of Dawn. I'm not trying to be biased or anything like that. You could have brought in a chapter right from the deep part of space. You could have brought in the Carcharodons. You could have even brought in the Minotaurs with their legendary chapter masters. Give them the center stage for once. Give us unique and awesome stories that we haven't had before. But no, it's not. It's the same boring, old, reused lore that we've seen a million times before. The Ultramarines and Marneus Calgar are here to save the day. As a Space Marine fan, I'm frustrated, again, bored, lazy. It's lazy story writing from Games Workshop. I have no idea why this guy is here when we've got an absolute buffet, right? We can eat so much in the Space Marine lore with unique characters, but no, we're still stuck with Marneus Calgar coming back and saving the day as usual. And as I mentioned at the start of the video, Calgar apparently in this new lore has come from the Bastor subsector, which is located in Segmentum Pacificus. For those people who haven't been following, Segmentum Pacificus was the main battlefield during 10th edition, because that is where the 4th Tyrannic War basically invaded. That whole subsector, sorry, that whole segmentum, should I say, is on fire. The Sons of Dawn there, there's Custodes there, there's other chapters there, pushing back the big Tyranid forces. Now, apparently, Calgar was there as well, and he was fighting, because again, of course, Calgar and the Ultramarines are there, right? They've crossed the entire galaxy just to go to the Segmentum Pacificus to fight there. But this time, no, they've now fallen back, and he's taken center stage at Armageddon. God forbid, Emperor forgive, right? That GW finish a storyline. God forbid that GW actually wrap something up, because we haven't heard absolutely zero about the Segmentum Pacificus and the 4th Tyrannic War since Games Workshop launched that in 10th edition all those years ago. We could have kept Calgar there, right? We could have had him leading this massive Ultramarine force, or how many Ultramarines are with him, this Imperial force against the Tyranids, and wrap that storyline up. But no. Get him out of there quick, and shoehorn him into Armageddon. Not only shoehorn him into Armageddon, make him the leader, make him the tactical mind of Armageddon that all the Space Marine forces now have to follow, because it's Calgar's way or it's the bloody highway. I'm tired. I'm fed up. I'm bored. I'm let down. It's just the same old wheel. Round and round and round it goes, right? I'm bored of it. I really am bored of it. I've noticed over the past couple of years now, really since probably the launch of 9th edition, like 8th edition was like, that was like the golden era of mankind. It was our great crusade where we launched ourselves back into the stars of tabletop. But ever since then, I've noticed a massive drop off in terms of the quality of the lore, the novels, the books. Personally, I'm not saying everyone's like me, but personally, I used to look forward to every new book announcement every single week. And I've just noticed now that it's just not the same. It's just, I think the quality's dropped off. Of course, there's certain authors out there that have been putting out banging books and stuff, which I'll always buy and everything. And when they do put their books out, they are good books. But in terms of the stories and the excitement I used to get, it's just gone plain. It's just gone boring at this point. Again, sorry for a little rant, but again, we've got Calgar. Calgar rammed down our throats. Hopefully, you like deep throating Calgar, because that's what you're going to be getting. A lot of Calgar now going forward. When I get the book, I'm going to be, of course, doing lore breakdowns of it and stuff like that. Hoping I get it very, very soon. Well, I say very, very soon. It goes on pre-order, apparently, on the 30th of May to be releasing in June. So June time, we'll know more. We'll know more about all the chapters that are there. Again, there's even going to be more chapters there, which I've mentioned in this video, which again makes it even more laughable, because these guys have got all legendary chapter masters and stuff like that. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. I'd love to get your thoughts and feedback on this. Am I taking it a little bit too serious, right? Does Calgar deserve to be at Armageddon? Do the Ultramarines deserve to be at Armageddon? You tell me down in the comment sections down below. I'd love to read your feedback. See ya. Have a great day, evening, night where you are, and bye-bye.